We're here with Mark Keller, and we're going to be taking out all his ductwork in his house and the supply ductwork and installing all new with a 4-zone zoning system because he has some issues in his house. So what are your issues in your home?
We have limited airflow into our den and our master bedroom. So in the winter our den is freezing no matter how hot the house gets, and in the summer our master bedroom is hot no matter how cool the house gets. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is it's actually more cost effective in this home because the ductwork is done horribly, and he has a quite large home that if we didn't redo all the ductwork we would have to put in a lot of different power zone dampers. So it's actually more cost effective, and it's going to give a more efficient end result by redoing pretty much everything. So now we're going to go downstairs and take a look at his existing ductwork to get you a good idea of the before, and then when we're finished we're going to give you an after. Thank you. Okay, this is the den, which they use a lot. It's their TV room, family room, and basically this room is always uncomfortable. In the summertime it's hot, in the wintertime it's freezing because of course the ductwork goes through the crawl space, and they have 2 existing heat runs on the inside wall. Which we're going to add another 2, one in the corner here by the window, and the other one over here in the floor, also under the window. And in that respect, we're going to make this its own zone. It's going to have its own thermostat, so he will have complete control over this room to correct the issues. We're also going to make the master bedroom its own zone. You see there's a lot of glass in this room also. And there's a huge picture window over here. We put new windows in it.
Yeah, and it still has new windows and still doesn't work properly. So we are going to totally redo this room to correct the problem. Okay, we're here in the basement of Mark Keller. And this is what his existing ductwork looks like. Notice how they just went from the newer furnace right up and played it off over here, a large section of the old trunk line, and they did it again over on this side up here. And there's a lot of airflow that's wasted. If you look from it from a distance, it's like a huge T-fitting, which is extremely inefficient. There's tons of air leaks. Also, when I was measuring, I noticed that the filter box going across is undersized, and they didn't cut the hole large enough in the furnace return, which is choking the furnace return air. And also they came in with a properly sized duct riser, and up here choked it down to a smaller size. So we're going to be taking that section out as well. Now, to do this house we're doing a 4-zone system, so we're going to take out all this trunk line, and it goes into a crawl space, and it also goes off the back side of the furnace through a soffit. And if you notice, in a crawl space there's venting to the outside, and in the wintertime it gets extremely cold in the crawl space. All the ductwork should be properly insulated whenever going through a crawl space. If you notice, the existing ductwork has insulation on it, which is greatly falling off, which means all the ductwork going through the crawl is losing its heat in the wintertime. So by the time it gets to the end of the run, the ductwork, the heat coming out is greatly reduced. Also off the back end, the ductwork is oversized, and goes through the soffit, which will continue in the other room, showing you. So we have plastic here and drop cloths to keep his home clean. So there's the soffit that we're going to be opening up, and to remove his existing ductwork. And it's going to come all the way through into this other crawl space, which also has this old inefficient insulation all falling off, and we're going to basically gut this whole system and rework it. Hi, this is Steven with All Engineered HVAC, and we're back at Mark Keller's house. We're just going to go over the new ductwork. We did a new plenum with all new supply ductwork, as you can see, all through the crawl space. And we put them in a Honeywell 4-zone zoning system, new return drop, and came out beautiful. We're very happy. If you could see, we ran a whole trunk for his family room, which was a problem, a 10-inch, right there, right through the soffit. Reworked his electrical, his piping, his flue pipe. We ran insulated flex duct through the crawl space. It's hard to see. Everything nice and straight and neat, going both ways. And now we'll go and we'll talk to the customer and see how satisfied he is. Thank you. Okay, we're back at Mark Keller's house about 4 months after we installed. We had some cold days, we had some really hot days. How was the whole process of the install? How did it go for you? Was the crew, did they meet your expectations?
Yeah, they came in the morning, regular time, you know, started the day, and they worked pretty much till 10, 11 o'clock with my permission every night, because they wanted to get the job done as soon as possible, so we would be with, you know, back with our air conditioning and heat. So, pretty well. I never had a crew do that before, so
okay.
It worked well.
And I take it they took care of your house and left everything clean afterwards?
Yeah, they cleaned up after themselves. They actually went into a crawl space, and there was some debris in it, and it was driving them nuts, and they cleaned my crawl space for me.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. So, overall, how did you like the appearance of the install at the end of the job?
It was very clean. There was, you know, no visible signs of you guys really being in there other than, you know, I know the system is different. All the old brackets were taken down, you know, everything was cleaned up, everything was squared off. There's no debris left down, so that was, you know, a really nice plus. You know, just, it was clean. It's a clean job, you know.
Okay, great. Let's review. What were the problems again in the house, the discomfort issues?
The problem is that the way the thermostat was, it was down here, and the master bedroom was getting either increasingly cold or increasingly hotter than the house at a much higher temperature, about 15 degrees difference in the winter and the summer. So what we did is on the recommendation of Steven, we came in and they took down the few parts of the ceiling in the basement, limited the damage to just to get to the vents. They split the system into 4 zones, so now our master bedroom and bathroom's on a separate zone. So I mean it's completely cooled and heated properly the way it should have been to begin with. Okay, and you had an issue with your family room, didn't you? We did. We actually added 2 vents, and the family room is also on a separate unit. So we actually have the house on the first floor, and the basement is on 1 unit, 1 zone, and then the family room's on a 2nd zone, and then the kids' rooms and the kids' bathroom are in a 3rd zone, and then the master's on a 4th zone. And all the zones are really, doing what they want. It's 73 degrees, in my house on the 1st floor in the basement, and we keep just the family room at 75. And my bedroom's been at about 68 to 70, and the rest of the upstairs 74. So it's really really done its trick, you know, done the job.
Excellent. Would you say All Engineered HVAC met all your expectations?
Above and beyond. They came in very professional. They were quick. They cared about the job. The guys that installed really cared that my family had the best situation possible, and they worked their tails off to meet the criteria that they set for themselves for my family.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and have a great day.